8 years. It's hard to believe it's been that long. We met when we were 17 in high school. She liked me first, but I didn't feel the same way at the time. Slowly that changed. Over time I started to like her more and more. We shared our first trip abroad, first fights and first experiences with love. We joked about the future, having kids, getting married, and for a while I believed it. We moved to a new city for university, and though she started a year earlier than me, I joined her when I graduated. We lived close, just 20 meters apart. Our life together felt perfect. We spent days walking around the city, visiting markets, watching movies, but soon things began to shift. I struggled with my studies, falling behind. While she was dealing with stress, I turned to unhealthy habits. I gained weight, became dependent on substances, and lost interest in things I once loved. Our connection weakened, and I began pushing her away. I convinced myself I needed space, but really, I was just letting everything fall apart. I isolated myself and our relationship grew routine. Then, one day she told me it was over. On June 24th, she said she couldn't see a future with me. We had talked about her moving away for a job in September and doing long distance, but now it felt like everything was falling apart. I blamed myself completely, even though I knew it wasn't just my fault. She went to Peru with her family for 3 weeks, and we agreed to have no contact. But we couldn't stop talking. I wrote her a long letter, admitting all my mistakes and telling her I was ready to change. When she returned, I thought maybe I could win her back. I showed up with roses and her favorite cookies, but when she opened the door, I broke down. We talked and she told me she wasn't coming back. She asked me to help with her thesis and I agreed. I even wrote her a song, hoping it would show how sorry I was. We spent more time together, dinner, shopping, but it wasn't the same. One evening, I took her stargazing. We had dinner on a hill and watched the sunset. When I tried to kiss her, she stopped me. She told me she didn't want to give me false hope. That's when she told me she'd been talking to someone else on a dating app. I didn't want to believe it, but I found her profile. It was clear she was looking for a relationship like the one we had. A few days later, I asked for no contact. We cried. She asked me what I planned to do, like she still cared. We hugged, said goodbye, and I watched her get on the bus. Since then, we've been in no contact. I still think about her every day. I still hope she'll come back. Maybe we weren't meant to last forever, but for a time, it felt like we had something special.